Hello everybody and welcome into the SFA Season 14 Week 5 Game Day, and we've got a special one for you today, the Cy-Hawk game between Iowa State and Iowa out here in Iowa City. It is sure going to be an absolute banger of a game. The Cy-Hawk matchup is a rivalry that's personal, very personal for me, near and dear to my heart, but also loaded with SFA lore back from the days with Ron and Kiko Strong taking on Cody Green at Iowa. Then it went to the Jason Richardson era at Iowa, and now he is gone. So we're starting a new era. It is Jamar Siggins at Iowa State, Coach Logan Radke taking on the new quarterback, Rayshawn Gloop, over at Iowa for Coach Jarkis. Both of these teams having okay seasons so far. I mean, for Iowa, they are way above expectations at this point. So we're in for a treat. And if this is your first time checking out his stream live, or it's your first time stumbling upon the SFA, welcome in. It's an online dynasty ran entirely through Discord, Twitch, and YouTube. You do not need the game. We have over 100 coaches. You can join, you can claim a team, you can set the playbooks, you can set the depth chart, then you can recruit in the server, and then you can also hire like coordinators, and we also have a fully functional sports book and stock economy, so that you can actually get some recruiting rewards and that kind of stuff. It's a really, really fun server to be a part of, and just a great community. So check out any of the links in the descriptions if you want to check it out. If you do want more SFA content, check out our Patreon, patreon.com/the SFA. I do an additional podcast. It's about 30 minutes to an hour and each week, and we do a whole nother game day style game. And the one from this past week was Boise State at Arizona State, and that one will go live right after this game day for you guys. And if you do watch live, you may run into some ads because we are affiliated over on Twitch. So feel free to drop a Twitch Prime sub. Any and all revenue made through this channel on Twitch does go back to you guys. It's what funds your national championship trophy that I will actually send to your house, along with some merch from your favorite school. And boys and girls, who gives us the merch? Home Field Apparel, our affiliation with them. They are elite, the best college brand, I think, in the country. I obviously am biased, but super comfortable, super cool vintage designs, very personal to each and every school in their history. So check them out. You can use code SFA for 15% off for your first purchase, or you can use it once per email and for your friends and stuff. We also have a link dedicated as well if you don't want to hop around with a bunch of emails. So check them out. Super cool thing they do over there. But as always, before we get started, we will watch the game in its full entirety. But we are going to go through the rosters as usual, so you guys can actually see who's going to be playing in the games. Oh, baby. So, crazy BearCave. Let's see how crazy the Cy-Hawk game is. This is, like I said, one of those rivalries that always finds its way to game day. So many great SFA storylines weave themselves into the Cy-Hawk lore, and obviously one of the best games, I think, of the year, being an Iowa State fan. So let's take a look. Iowa State Coach Logan Radke took over the reins for Coach Ron a few seasons ago, and he has built pretty much a wagon. Their only loss this year was going on the road to Alabama. They're led by Jamar Siggins, the former Missouri quarterback. He transferred here a couple of seasons ago. He's in his senior year. Running back is Kennard Sellers. He is a junior at this point. Wide receivers are Andy Jenkins, Melvin Oliver, and Colin Bird. None of these guys are SFA players, but they are still pretty good. Speedy guy in the slot, some good possession guys, and a very tall Melvin Oliver, so we'll see what they can do today. And then Kevin Kramer, he is a sophomore tight end. He is a very good tight end as well. Definitely a dark horse for that Mackey Award. Is the best tight end in the country. And then their offensive line is pretty good. I would say probably a little under where they should be as a Power 5 team, but they get the job done. The very consistent line, and when you have a scrambler quarterback, you don't necessarily need the strongest line. And then on defense, you got James Williams at the left side and Dustin Brent at the right. In the middle, you got Chris Hunter, and then the SFA player Alexis Elwood. We'll see how much he gets involved today. And John Archie here at left outside linebacker. The middle linebacker is Marcus Smith, and Stevie Scumbag, the SFA player, former BearCave reward player as well. This is one of those players that is left over from the days of Ron. Very, very good player, one of the best linebackers in the country. And then out wide, Coach Logan Radke went to work in the secondary this offseason, bringing in the transfer from Kansas, Charisma Mukaida, bringing in the transfer from West Virginia, Richie Boots, the 99 speed boy. You got Hardy, and then the freshman Lewis Fernwood, the SFA player. So we'll see if they can stop this Iowa pass offense. It's going to be a very interesting matchup for sure. And then in the back, you got Zadie Likes, the SFA player at safety, and then the other one is Bernard Lynch. He's 94 speed, very good young safety. And then at kicker, the senior Courtney Parker, and he is 93 accuracy, 65 power. So not really the best coming out of Iowa State there. And then we'll take a look at Iowa and Rayshawn Gloop. Finally, we're going to see Gloop on stream with a start. I've been waiting for this player for so long. He was a backup over at Washington, got a broken promise, transferred to Iowa. He is now the guy. 88 speed. He is an absolute beast. And at running back, you got Michael Madsen. At wide receiver, you got Gerald Harrell. And Willie Anderson, the SFA player, cool thing about him is he does the kicking and the punting duties as well. So we'll see what he can do there. He was an athlete out of high school. Kyle Monroe is another wide receiver. No LaShonte Bryant, he's an SFA player, but he did get redshirted. At tight end, you got the SFA player Michael Blout. So we'll see what he can do. And then the offensive line is definitely a little bit better here for Iowa. You got Horace Veal, the SFA player. And they are, I think, a little bit better than Iowa State, but this right side, it might be a little bit weaker, so it might balance out. But on defensive end, Riley Williams on one side, and Johnny Booth, the SFA player, star pass rusher. We see him always make plays when they are on stream, so we'll see what he can do today. And in the middle, you got Daniel Nelson and Desmond Baker. At linebacker, it's Cody Jenkins, Tom Akerman, the SFA player, and Sua Sailor as well, another SFA player, very speedy linebacker he is as well. And out wide, you got Matthew Morris, Donnie Tate, Greg Rogers, Chris Jones, very evenly matched up defenses, I think, and Derek Jaquez, or Jacques, I think it's Jaquez, and then the SFA player Eric Sweeney, the man who almost won them that bowl game against Central Michigan before I'm not even going to mention it in this game day, but and then we don't care about the kicker because it's Willie Anderson. So that is going to do it. So Logan Radke, if you're here, or Jarkus, if you're here, let me know what kind of jerseys you guys would like to wear here in the Cy-Hawk game. Iowa State is the home team, so they do get first choice if they want a specific uniform. Oh, baby. Let me get my thumbnail, and let's get a prediction going. I didn't do a prediction on the last stream. Just got way too, ahead of myself, forgetting these things. So who wins? Is it going to be Iowa State, or is it going to be Iowa? Iowa State is the higher overall, but Iowa has been cooking lately. So 2 minutes, get those bananas going. Babanas going. Jarkus would like a blackout. Interesting. All right. Ooh, that is juicy. All right. So if you're going blackout, we obviously got to go white out. And then, let's see. Yeah, they have a full white set. So we'll go full black and full white set here today. I probably gotta pick Iowa State as well, Nick, because my parlay also relies on them. So, all right, so we gotta wait for these channel points to all roll in if you're watching on the VOD. So this is where I go over what we are looking for in terms of spread and the game. So the spread for this game is going to be 6 points for Iowa State, and the over-under is 50.5. That's a common line here today. There is no BearCave prop for this, as it is the same game parlays, so a lot of options. We've seen a lot of money being made through the same game parlays. They are a lot of fun, especially just to put like 100 points on like your favorite SFA defender getting a pick 6 on stream, right? So it's very fun thing, very interactive thing, and I went for one. I have both running backs scoring. I have I believe the over for Michael Madsen on rushing yards, and then on defense, I think I have the under on deflections for Lewis Fernwood, and then under on tackles for Alexis Elwood. And then let me know, drop your score predictions. If you guys bet on the final score, I think my final pick, I decided to fade Tribe. I went like 23-21, just missing his 24-21. So let me know what your guys' score predictions are. We'll see if somebody hits the plus 2,500. Remember, if you bet 1,000 coins on that, man, you'll get a reject. I might make it to where you could yes, fading your loins, Tribe, absolutely. I might raise the stakes because I know that's kind of a low line in terms of the odds, to where you bet 100 coins and you get a reject, but we'll see. All right, here we go. It is ended. We are here for the Cyhawk game. Oh, baby, one of my favorite games of the year. And I love that everybody in this server picks this game a lot of times as well, because sometimes the story isn't necessarily there. Remember, Iowa did win this game last year. Iowa State, this is the 11th matchup in SFA history between these two teams, which is wild to think about considering the sim matchup era. But this is a great rivalry. Iowa State does lead the series 7-3, but Iowa obviously won last year. So Logan Raghe trying to find his first one. We're just going to skip to the coin toss as I don't want to lose our UI. Helps a lot with commentating. So we are going to have Iowa return it first. So we're going to see Rayshawn Gloop kicking it off. And here we go in the Cyhawk game in Season 14. Where will this take us? Running into each other here on the opening kick. But they do get past the 20. Battle for the Cyhawk trophy. Here we go, folks. As Rayshawn Gloop, number 18, the quarterback, coming out. You also got Willie Anderson. Not sure which number he is, but Michael Madsen in the backfield. 1st and 10 for Rayshawn, and he delivers a strike on his first throw, and he finds Gerald Harrell, number 11. He is the top target. So nice start to the game. All right, so they are going to hurry it up here. We'll see. Rayshawn Gloop really good with his legs as we get Madsen here pushing forward. All right, so 2nd and 3 here. Iowa State on defense. You got to watch out for Stevie Scumbag, and then pretty much an all SFA secondary at this point. Rayshawn Gloop throwing that one out wide. There's Harrell again, an easy first down. So Gloop has had some success in the backup role throughout his first season and 4 games over at Washington. But he won the starting role here at Iowa. We've yet to see him use his legs. I'm just waiting on that as we get a scumbag tackle there. Stevie Scumbag, definitely the X factor here in the middle. Iowa's success on offense is going to directly tie to how involved Scumbag is on the defensive end. So 2nd and 10, reading option again. There goes Gloop up the middle. His first carry on stream. It goes for 7. One of my favorite players I've ever made in the SFA. It's always nice to see them finally get a start. So 3rd and 3 now. Can they keep the drive alive here? Blout in motion, the SFA tight end, and he doesn't flip it out, and he goes down. Rayshawn Gloop for -3. Bernard Lynch, the strong safety in there. So they get stopped now, so we're going to see a punt. Not getting aggressive from Jarkus here on the opening drive. And here comes Jamar Siggins, the former Missouri quarterback, transferred right before Tribe took the reins. We'll see what they can do. He's the only SFA player on this offense. So you got Kennard Sellers in the backfield. They're going to hand it off to him to the outside and tripped up there. Nice play. Definitely way past the days of the Kiko Strong, Mo Alley Cox offense. But, man, those days were special. But new era, you got to adapt, and they've been able to. Great start to the year for Iowa State. Unfortunately, they are coming off of a bit of a stinker against Alabama. They did have a bye week last week, so we'll see what Logan can muster up. So 3rd and 3 here, handoff. Sellers find some room up the middle. They got through to the backfield, but just got past them. Nice play for Iowa State. So they continue to go under center. This is a much more of a pro-style offense than it's been in the past. Kramer, number 11, gets a pancake there in the slot as Sellers goes back to the middle. Really going to test the rush defense of these SFA players in the front 7, the Johnny Booth, Tom Ankerman, and Sua Saylor. Booth loves to rush the passer. Saylor is a great coverage backer, so definitely going to have to adapt to stop the run, and they do here on this one. Sellers goes negative, and that's Desmond Baker, the defensive tackle. Yeah, that old Iowa State offense was absolutely insane. So 3rd and 7 here. Can Iowa get off the field? Siggins, he's going to have to throw it. Only a 3-man rush. And he's holding on to the rock. Throws it on the run over the middle. And he's going to be short. Finds Melvin Oliver, the big 6'6" receiver. But he can't get forward progress. 3 and out. Or not a 3 and out, but a punt coming. Got a stoppage here. Maybe a fan on the field or something. We know these Cyhawk fans are always absolutely bonkers at this game. So Iowa's getting the ball back. Defensive masterclass so far as we get a nice, was a nice return there from Matt Bryant. No, I think it was just 2 guys were like glitching on top of each other. So 1st and 10. What is Gloop gonna do in his second start? Remember, we're past the Jason Richardson era. He never did quite what we thought he could do. Oh, and a spin move from Gloop. 1st down, Hawkeyes. That was special. And, you know, Gloop, not much. Jason Richardson severely underperformed in his time with the Hawkeyes. Oh, we get a corner blitz. He does get rid of it. But, yeah, you got to watch out. You don't want to get hit with the catchphrase, "You just got glooped." So split back here, 2nd and 10. Handoff here. Oh, a nice stiffy there on the corner. Ron Clemens, I believe the fullback or the backup running back, getting a carry. Third and 7 now. Gloop has some time. Floats out. Why? That's dangerous. Oh, could have been picked. Patrick Hardy, the only non-SFA corner out there. He drops a pick 6. All right, so Willie Anderson angling this towards the sideline. They are going to return this one. He doesn't get much. Patrick Hardy out there on the return. Yeah, definitely. Gloop is pretty raw. He makes some big plays. Gonna make some boneheaded mistakes. Got lucky with that one. So Jamar Siggins now under center, making a move. Got to see Kramer get involved. As he hand it off to Sellers again, and they push off, and somehow he gets back to the original line of scrimmage there. That was a big run there from Kennard Sellers. This is a running back group that's had some injury problems throughout his career. They're definitely going under this pro style here today. Dumping that one off. A broken tackle. A big hit. Jenkins only gets 3. Definitely going to have to do more against this defense than just little drag routes, especially with Sua Saylor in the area. One of the best cover linebackers out there. Third and 7. They're back in shotgun for this one. Delayed give to Sellers, and he gets the 1st down. He just shrugs off a couple of guys. We've been seeing that as of recently, is coaches deciding to run it on third down. It's been working. We had a fullback, you know, for 12 last week. We had a fourth down for Oregon in that watch party. A massive pancake. Oh, man, you know it's the Cyhawk game, baby. Pure Big Ten football coming at you. All right, so now we're approaching midfield here for Iowa State. Hand off to Sellers. He parts the Red Sea there and gets 11. So they're actually going to hurry up to the line. I guess that they feel like they have the advantage right now. And another great running lane. A broken tackle for Sellers. He finds the outside. There he goes down the sideline. Gets about 24. Iowa State finding their run game here early and often. If Iowa State can keep Siggins from having to throw it, they're going to be in great shape. So crown the line now here for the Hawkeyes. And this time, no, he still breaks the tackle. They still get him down the backfield, but missed opportunity there from Tate as Eric Sweeney, the SFA safety, brings him down. That broken tackle, you got to bring him down. So 2nd and 12 in scoring range. Iowa State trying to get our first points of the day. Under center, they are going to actually audible here. Looks like just a flip of the play instead of a formation audible as they hand off once again to Sellers, and he only gets about one. Got to think he might be getting tired carrying this offense on his back, because that's already his 12th carry of the quarter. So Iowa State putting all their eggs in the Kennard Sellers basket. 3rd and 11 here. They're going to delay, give it to Sellers again. He breaks one. He goes for it, and he can't quite get there. So Iowa does get a stop, and they're going for it. Remember, a lack of power from their kicker here. Very aggressive here from Coach Logan as they're going to delay, give it, and Sellers goes down. It's Johnny Booth, known for his pass rush, gets involved in the run game, and Iowa takes over. What a change of a momentum and a change of events. You got to settle for 3 there as Iowa now takes over. As, ooh, a counter play to the receiver getting the carry. A beautiful play design from Jarkus there. We've yet to see Willie Anderson get involved, but love to see this. And there goes Gloop. He has a lane. He finds the outside. There goes Gloop. He has the speed. He gets about 26. You just got glooped. Both of these teams are just running it at will on each other so far. This is what you absolutely love to see. Who even knows what throwing the ball is? 1st and 10 now across the 50. Iowa right back. And no, he can't break the tackle. Gloop unable to avoid Bernard Lynch. It's already his 2nd TFL. All right, so end of the first quarter, we remain scoreless here in Iowa City. 0-0 in the Cyhawk game. An absolute classic is brewing. And shout out to the Hawkeyes, man. Remember, this is a team that you see Jason Richardson leave, a lot of their core guys like Dan Davis as well, and you think, man, this is going to be a bad team for a while. But here they are, 3-0, right in it with Iowa State, going toe-to-toe with their biggest rival. So 2nd and 12 here for Gloop. Hands it off to, I believe that's Madsen here. He gets about 11. So 3rd and 1 here. Yeah, both offenses super run heavy so far. Will they keep running it? Only a 3-man front. They are going to throw. But Gloop takes it down. He cuts inside. 1st down, Iowa. All right, so they are now inside the 35. Iowa's got something brewing here after the 4th down stop. Free rusher, and he goes down. They're going to call that a sack. Stevie Scumbag gets one. So if you bet on a Stevie Scumbag sack, you got one there. They call that one a sack. Remember, he's going to have to get a lot more tackles if they want to win this game. So 2nd and 11. They're going to delay, give it again. This is Madsen, runs over a man, gets about 3. So for really both defenses, this is what you want. To get the offense into a 3rd and medium, a 3rd and long, where they can't just sit back and run it for 4. So we're going to have to see them attempt to throw it here. Will they try to go to Willie Anderson in the slot? 3rd and 7. And Gloop, it's going to be a screen pass to Madsen. He turns the corner, but Scumbag is there. So will we see Willie Anderson trot out for a field goal? Yes, we will. The SFA player, he's a wide receiver and kicker from right hash. This is a 45-yarder. The kick is up. Our first points of the day, and it's short. Might have been tipped at the line, but Anderson just completely miskicked that one. All that hype for what? I can't even pretend to commentate. That was the most underwhelming kick we've ever seen. Normally, if it's short, it's just barely short, or super wide, but that was super short. I don't know, man. I just played it off as he tipped it, but I'm not quite sure. So now we had a 4th down miscue from Iowa State, and now a field goal miscue from Iowa. Maybe the nerves got to Willie Anderson here in the Cyhawk game. Or a bad hold, yeah. So 3rd and 1 now. Kennard Sellers getting his 30th carry already of the first half. Still breaking tackles, but he goes down. So Iowa and Eric Sweeney cleaning up. Get off the field. I just absolutely love when matchups and games in here in the SFA are mimicking what would happen in real life. This is exactly what would be happening in the Cyhawk game this year. I don't know what exactly happened. I think it was a low-scoring game, but 0-0 here in the 2nd with a bunch of ridiculous special teams plays as we're throwing this one away from Gloop. He's 3 of 6 on the day. Both teams are extremely run-heavy. So 2nd and 10 for the Gloopster, and he fakes a throw. He's going to take off this time. He finds the outside. He gets a block. There goes Gloop. He gets a first. Gotta love Gloop on the ground. If you picked rushing yards, man, he's looking good. So triple option this time. Gloop, he does pitch it out to Madsen. Broken tackle. Gets a little bit more there, only about 3. I thought the wide receiver was going to go back and block it, Nick. Let me cook. 2nd and 7. The chat is too much today. All right, 2nd and 7 here. We got Gloop. And another blitz floats this in over his head. Gloop definitely not impressing in the run game. Oh man, Coach West Virginia comes in here with some sour grapes, it seems. Welcome to the stream. Love that you're here. As we get an all-out blitz on a screenplay. Can he stay in bounds? He does. There they go down the sideline. Another block. Finally pushed out. Ron Clemens for 35. The perfect play call against the blitz. And Iowa once again in business. So inside the 25, not quite. in the red zone. I don't know if either team's been in the red zone yet today. 1st and 10 here for Gloop. Man in motion, that's Harrell. Are they going to give it to him again? Floating this one out. That was risky as Kyle Monroe gets his first catch. These SFA cornerbacks in Mukaida, Richie Boots are having themselves great games so far. 2nd and 10 here for Iowa. As we are under halfway here through the second quarter, still scoreless. Madsen gets a carry here. Nice blocking, but he is brought down. Gets about half of it back, but a critical 3rd down here. So 3rd and 5. Only a 3-man rush this time for Gloop, but fires that to the end zone. It is picked! But they call it incomplete. He didn't get the toes in. Zadie likes the SFA safety. So we're back for another field goal. Can Willie Anderson right the ship this time? It's about 35 yards this time. The kick is up. It's another clunker, and it's another miss. Willie Anderson, what is your problem? Oh, no. Oh, no. The lights were too bright for Willie Anderson. As we get a kick here for Kennard Sellers. So we got Iowa State now, 3 minutes left. And handoff to Sellers again, and he stopped short again. Yeah, we're calling for the benching. Did Jarkus say he wants a benching for his kicker? Third and inches, handoff to Sellers again. How is this guy not tired yet? He gets a 1st down. All right, just for kicker, hold on. What in the world? Oh, 2 missed kicks, man. The lights were just too bright. It's probably the in the sim, the awareness drop from kicker to he even has a +1 here. I don't know what his problem is today. There must be the awareness drop or something hurts him. Wait, did it? Hold on. I'm on Iowa State. Did it even change? It did change. Weird. Also, why would I be going to Iowa State? Okay, it did change though, so whatever. Alright, we are back. Iowa State. They have the ball. An absolute classic brewing is he's floating it out wide, and a beautiful tip by the safety. Unbelievable. He gets up, climbs the ladder, tips that ball away. And that's about as crispy as it gets if you are if you're looking for wide receiver and cornerback interactions in this game. This is the year before they introduced it. That's about as crispy as it gets. All right, 3rd and 1. 2-minute mark. And oh my gosh, they've run over. What a play by Kennard Sellers. He gets met by 3 guys in the backfield, and he powers through all of them. Already over 20 carries today. A true workhorse. Siggins dumps this one off. There's Kramer, I believe, for his first play. He stiffens a man down the sideline. There he goes. Touchdown, Iowa State. Kevin Kramer for 54. He gives a stiffy, and he's off to the races. The Cyclones strike first here on game day. He threw it to the flat. Stiffies, that's Eric Sweeney. No way. The SFA player gets absolutely abused. Watch out for this guy, folks, in the Mackey Award race. One of the best tight ends in the country. And welcome to Game Day greats, Kevin Kramer. Absolutely electric. As we saw Penn State get a victory today against Indiana. So now Jarkus, man, he is starting to sweat. His special teams has been killing him today, which is ironic because Iowa's the best special team in the country normally. But Willie Anderson has been choking under the pressure today. Scumbag in there. Gets a tackle. So we've got 1:40 left. Plenty of time for Iowa. They do get the ball after halftime. So can Gloop do something special here? We've yet to see Willie Anderson really do much in the pass game. We get a hurdle here in the backfield. Michael Madsen gets 4. Oh, the spread is -6 for Iowa State, so they're currently covering. Over-under is 50.5. We got Gloop going for a first down and a lot more. He gets 10. Split backs now here for Iowa. Iowa's definitely been the better offense today. They just haven't been able to convert. As that one goes down, Gloop couldn't get the pitch off. So 2nd and long here. Yes, I was just informed by Cryo. Good reminder. Willie Anderson didn't use code SFA in the home field shop, so that's why he's been missing his field goals. Don't be like Willie Anderson. Wear home field apparel. Brought to you by the SFA. Good plug there, Cryo. Love to see it. He's a company man as we get a first down here for Madsen on a 3rd and long. The angle route out of the backfield is just always so OP. So here comes Iowa. They're at home. Don't want to lose to their bitter rival again. There goes Gloop. He finds some room. He breaks a tackle. He gets a first down. Finally pushed out by Scumbag. So we're under a minute. Still have 2 timeouts. They've replaced their kicker now. There's a strike there, and that's going to be Michael Blunt, the SFA tight end. Freshman, true freshman. 2nd and 9 now. .35 seconds. Dumps that off, and it's picked! There he goes the other way. It's Stevie Scumbag. Can he go? He breaks one. Gloop tracks him down. No pick 6 for the Scumbag, but they pick him off, and Iowa State's back in business. Oh boy, here comes Iowa State. Scumbag just glooped on your dome. 27 seconds left now. Iowa State still has 2 timeouts here. They can add points. A toss out left to Sellers. That goes nowhere after it takes 3 guys to bring him down. Delay give to Sellers again. I mean, you gotta commend Iowa State for just, you know, for sticking to the offense. Just give it to Sellers, see what happens. We've got a 3rd and 8 here. 18 seconds left. To the end zone! Touchdown, Kevin Kramer! He strikes again! An absolute piss missile over the middle from Siggins gives Iowa State a 2-score lead. So Iowa State, they lull you to sleep with Sellers straight at you, and then they just throw it to Kevin Kramer. So Kevin Kramer got the first TD. He has a second receiving TD. 14-0 here after a scoreless first half. It's just completely unraveled here for Iowa after a pick from Rayshon Gloop, the sophomore. So Coach Jarkus, he could have had 6 points on the board, but his kicker was just not cooking. So we got 11 seconds left here in the half. Handoff here. And Madsen doesn't do much. They're just comfortable going back to halftime. All right, so as we hit halftime here in the Cy-Hawk game in Season 14, Iowa State has a commanding 14-0 lead. And folks, it's halftime, so you know what that means. If you get cold, if you have holes in your t-shirts, if you are just wearing some trash from Walmart, go check out Home Field Apparel. They have 180 plus collections. They drop bangers every week, and super cool, super comfortable. They have anything super comfy, pants to shirts to jackets. Check out Home Field Apparel. Use code SFA for 15% off. If all you guys just used code SFA at Home Field, I would stop talking about it. So if you think I'm annoying, check out our friends over at Home Field. Also, if you want more bonus content, check out Patreon. And as always, follow us on Instagram. We have like 40 followers over there. And we have 200 followers on Twitch and 300 subscribers on YouTube. So check out our Instagram, Simulated Football Association, on Instagram for more content. Stevie Scumbag, he was a BearCave reward player when we did IRL BearCave one year, I believe. Or he was just a regular BearCave reward player. So not much behind him. He's just a really good outside linebacker. Yeah, so we got a low-scoring game for sure. A couple of missed opportunities for Iowa in the kicking game. We'll see if those get corrected. As Iowa State gets the ball, I totally thought it was the other way, as we got a very short kick here from Willie Anderson. He did not bring his leg today. He forgot it at the hotel. So Iowa State starting out here at the 31. So 1st and 10. Another dart, and there he is again, Kevin Kramer. This guy is taking over game day. 3 catches, 100 yards. I don't think we've ever seen this kind of dominance from a single player on a game day game. In terms of like a guy having like that Randy Moss graphic, you know, level production, like three catches, 190 yards or whatever it was. As they got Kennard Sellers here for a yard, already in scoring range. It's a home game for him, TC. Why would he be in a hotel? I don't know, man. Let me cook. Yeah, Randy Moss Thanksgiving game. So 2nd and 9 here. I mean, if you're Iowa, triple cover Kramer at this point as they go. And there's Johnny Booth. He gets a sack. Siggins was trying to roll out. He ran right into Johnny Booth. All right, so we're at the 46 here. Kramer in the slot, nobody on him. A big, bold move here as they stack the box, and they get to him, but he floats it, and oh, just overthrew. He had Kramer for the first down, so just a missed opportunity. Jarkus got very aggressive there, and it worked out. And a beautiful punt there, just barely rolls in. And here comes the defense. It's forced some sacks, some interceptions. So can they continue their dominance of Iowa? Iowa State's dominated this series 7-3 in the lifetime of the SFA. Iowa won it last year, so Logan's trying to get his first Cy-Hawk win as we get Rayshon Gloop keeping it here. They've been playing really well on the ground. They just got to keep the drives alive and score a touchdown. We've yet to see a touchdown from either running back, so I'm getting nervous about my parlay. So 2nd and 5 here. Gloop. See if he can recover from that interception as he trips over Madsen, and he only gets about 3. He could have had a lot more, though. Oh, Jarkus. Yeah, Cryo is starting to jinx you, Jarkus. Is Iowa going to be the first team to ever get 0 points on a game day? We've had a couple teams get stuffed at 3, but we've never had a full 0. Over the middle, and he completes it. There's Monroe. He gets 21. So a nice first down there from Iowa as they are trying to get in gear. They do have a new kicker here, so kicking still in play for sure, but obviously you want touchdowns here when you're down by 2 scores. We've yet to see Willie Anderson do much in the slot. As there goes Gloop. He keeps it again. He has the speed to outrun these guys, and he begs for the contact. He speared that guy. All right, here we go. Split back set here. Clock's ticking, but we got triple option. Gloop keeps it. He fakes him out. He cuts to the outside, breaks that tackle, and stumbles out of bounds. That is why Gloop is the starter. Look at the fake. All of the green grass in front of him. There he goes. Gloop is starting to heat up here. He is starting to find his rhythm. They're inside the 25, back in field goal range, or so we think. As Gloop now keeps it, and he gets held up, finished off by Scumbag there. Marcus Smith, though, gets tackled from the middle linebacker position. You're right, Gloop is pissed off. You don't want to piss off the Gloopster. As Gloop keeps it, and he gets caught from behind, oddly enough. If you correctly pick the outright underdog to win or for them to cover, you get 3 points. If it's a no cover, you get 2 points. And then it's a 1 point if you picked a team to cover and they don't cover. That makes sense. So 3rd and 11 here. The exact scoring is pinned in the BearCave channel if you care, as we get a Herald first down there. Big time movement for Iowa. They continue this drive. Gloop keeps it. He finds himself inside the 10, and he gets triple teamed and goes down at the 5 after about 7. So, brilliant start here on the first drive of the half for Iowa. Jarkus trying to punch it in here, only a 3-man front. 2nd and 3. Gloop, he's going to give it to Madsen. Wide open hole, touchdown Iowa. Michael Madsen punches it in. They're back within a score. Hawkeyes are not going to go down without a fight. It is a rivalry game after all, folks. All right, so new kicker. He kicks it through. So Willie Anderson, days are numbered, I guess, at kicker. All right, another short kick here from Willie Anderson. He must have gotten a stinger or something. His leg just is a noodle back there today. So about halfway through the 3rd quarter now, Iowa State. They had a tough drive there, but we found the answer to the Iowa State offense as they get a big run here from Sellers. He finally gets some room. He gets about 20. But the key here for Iowa State, they pound the rock with Sellers, and then they look for the opportunities to stretch the field with Kevin Kramer. He is an elite receiving target. So we'll see if Iowa can do what they did last drive. 1st and 10, but you got to stop Sellers. He'll just run it down your throat with him as he gets back to the outside, and he gets another decent gain, this time for 7. So 2nd and 3 here. And Sellers, he gets a pancake from Kramer, springs him down the sideline, he stiffies one. Once again, the Cyclones running the tightrope on the sidelines, delivering stiffies left and right. The physicality is completely on Iowa State's side right now. As we got 2 tight end set now this time. They're going to throw it. Got to watch out for Kramer. He's throwing this one deep. Wide open man, Andy Jenkins. No one saw him. Eric Sweeney cheated down going for Kramer, and it sprang Andy Jenkins. Touchdown, Iowa State. And that's what having an elite tight end will do for you. The strong safety, he has the deep, he has the deep responsibility, but he saw a wide open Kramer. He thought it was going there. All right, so Iowa State back up to 2 scores. Remember, Iowa State is a 6-point favorite, but Gloop, he had a great drive last time. Can they do it again? I don't think he's young anymore. Eric Sweeney, as we get a carry for Ron Clemens, doesn't do much. He's actually one of his best players. So I think as Jamar Siggins was like winding up, he thought he was going to the wide open Kramer, as what's been happening right down in the flats. So he cheated that way, but then he just threw it over the top. So he beat him with his eyes on that one. And Stevie Scumbag hits him in the backfield. Madsen gets cooked. Scumbag is having a career game right now. So 3rd and 14 now. Big moment here. And he's sacked off the edge. The screen pass doesn't work. James Williams in the backfield. This defense has just been suffocating today. So now you gotta worry as you have Willie Anderson at punt. Oh no, Willie, please don't do this to us. What is Willie gonna do now? All right, the punt is back. It's a short one. They are gonna return this. And Iowa State starting in plus territory here. Oh, man, oh, man. Willie Anderson just single-handedly botching this game. Are we making... You got to tell me I want to make a switch at this position. I can't cryptic read your messages, Jarkus. As we're starting out here inside the 30. Siggins deep drop, delivers a strike to Sellers. He goes backwards. He trips down. So it turns out into a positive play here for Iowa. Iowa definitely needs something special to happen. He definitely needs his... All right, another deep drop here. Siggins over the middle, one-handed grab from Kramer. What can he do? He makes a 6-yarder look special. So 3rd down and 10. Iowa's defense coming in clutch here. Siggins, they're just going to delay, give it to Sellers. All right, so there it is, a 4th down stop as we get a benching here, a full benching here of Willie Anderson. Tough scenes today. It just wasn't his day in really anything. So we're going to we'll put Slater in for both of them. And in terms of kickoffs, I don't know if I can edit this. It looks like I can. All right, so he is out. All right, so 4th and 12 here. They're going for it. I didn't even realize it's picked off. So a Sailor, baby. Iowa's right back in it. Now, haters will say he would have been better just dropping that, but guess what? Get him on the stat sheet. Give Sua Sailor his moment, baby. So now Iowa has momentum back. Maybe all they need to do was bench Willie Anderson as Madsen goes up the gut. Yeah, so Willie Anderson was a kicker / wide receiver coming into the SFA. He chose his primary position at wide receiver. However, it seems where if you put a wide receiver at kicker in game, the game doesn't kick as well with him. And as far as Sim, I think he's fine at kicker, but yeah. He's still in the game at wide receiver too, though. He's in the slot there. Number 83 is Gloop. On the run, jams it. It is picked off! That ball looks so good off the hand, but Iowa State takes back over the second interception here for Gloop. That looked like a wrist flick yam. That yam caught me completely by surprise. That was the most surprising yam ever, and it gets picked. All right, so here comes Iowa State now. Sellers once again getting some nice running lanes. That was a crazy stiff arm. Oh boy, so we really, as we head to the fourth quarter, guys, we really haven't made any progress in this third quarter. It was 14-0 at half. Now it's 21-7. Same place. We need Iowa to make some plays to get back into this. I will say, though, Iowa State, the offense has been a bit lethargic here in the third quarter. You know, we haven't been able to, squeeze it to Kramer. They got the long touchdown on the blown coverage. So we'll see if Iowa can do anything here. 9 minutes left here for Jarkis. Oh my, there he goes. Sellers down the sideline. This offensive line is cooking today with the pancakes. They're absolutely stacking them up. All right, so handoff here again up the gut. They've had surprisingly a lot more success going to the outside as Sellers is up 30 rushes, 170 yards. Absolute wild. I guess Logan saw something on film and he's just like, yep, we're just going to give it to Sellers. That's the game plan. He's got Siggins now, dump that off. There's Sellers again, another first down. Yeah, Gloop in his pants right now. So 1st and 10 for Iowa State. They are going to throw it here on first down and dumping it off to Sellers. Who would have thought? Should have done an over-under for Sellers touches. Would have been set the line at 45. Holy moly. All right, 2nd and 7 now. They're stacking the box, obviously. Who's the ball going to? Sellers up the gut, and they stop him here. So a chance to get off the field here for Iowa. Remember, their kicker has terrible power. They may still go for it here. Welcome in, D-Sleep. So 3rd and 1. Got to sell out for the run. Kramer in motion. They're going to throw it here. Interesting. Floats it out wide, and it's caught! Colin Bird just mossed the Hawkeye. The most beautiful 3-yard catch you'll ever see. So 1st and goal now for Siggins. He has time. Floats over the middle, wide open man. Touchdown, Melvin Oliver. Iowa State takes a commanding lead. And surprisingly, all have been through the air. No runs for, like, Kennard Sellers is going to have, like, 250 yards and no touchdowns. I'm sick. The parlay is just absolute shambles right now. All right, so can Iowa make somewhat of a comeback, make this game interesting? They've definitely let this one get away here. just, you know, the special teams mistakes mixed with the interceptions is not going to win you a lot of games. So split back set here for Gloop. Have some time. It delivers an absolute trash throw over the middle. Not sure what that was. The Iowa State corners are just kind of laughing it up. They can't even celebrate. It's too easy out here. All right, Gloop. Once again, he takes off. He finds some room. He fakes out one man and he goes down. Nice run there for Gloop. All right, 3rd and 7. Got to keep the drive alive. You really can't have any more empty possessions. State. All right, they throw this to Madsen. Can he get the first? Yes, he does. He spins down. Madsen gets it. They are going to hurry up now. So Gloop again. They're bringing Scumbag. They dump it off to Madsen, and he gets another first. Back to back. Starting to heat up here for Iowa. They got that sense of urgency now. They're at the 50. Definitely are going to need some big plays, though, if they want to get this game back. They're yamming it deep. Here we go. He has his man. He hits Harrell in stride. Touchdown, Iowa. You just got glooped. Gloop threw the interception on the last drive on purpose as he just over and over just hoping to get these guys to cheat up, and he just gets Charisma Mukaida over the top right on his dome. Touchdown, Iowa. All right, folks, we might have a ball game. This is a rivalry game after all. It's not going to go that easy as we get a new kicker. So some new life here for Iowa fans. So the special teams have been absolutely miserable today. I can't think of a team who's had worse special teams all around. All right, so Sellers now. They're not going to throw it. And it's a drop. All right, so I mean, I don't want to jinx anything, but is Kennard Sellers gonna sell the game? There's a drop there. 3 and out's the absolute worst thing you can do right now. Just dumps that one off to the fullback, Derek Tate. Not sure why we're going to the fullback now. So Iowa State getting too creative here. As we get a 3rd and 9. Gotta watch out for Kramer in the slot. I would double team him. 3rd and 9. They are just going to run out the clock. So they are in that 6 4-minute offense where they're just going to run the clock here. So definitely kind of you got to get this if you're Iowa. Siggins gets the snap. It's going to be a screen pass to Sellers. Can they bring him down? He gets stiffied. Oh, but the man, he trips over the guy and brings him down with his feet. Shades of the Tennessee-Utah bowl game. Oh my, saves the game with the trip. Arguably the best tackle we've ever seen. Sellers completely sold right there. You get the stiffy, but you don't get the first. No, see, it's big brain because he went for a trip, but he went over a blocker so that he wouldn't get flagged for the trip. So now all of a sudden, Iowa has life. The fans are back into it here in Iowa City. And remember, folks, if Iowa can get a touchdown before they use any timeouts, this game is far from over. As long as they don't use those timeouts and have to rely on an onside kick, they should be okay. So here comes Gloop. Can he deliver some more magic? He's jamming it deep again! Oh, baby! Another wide open man! He has to die, but that's a 32-yarder. Nothing tastier than a Gloop yam. Here we go. They're hurrying it up, and he gets that one away before he's sacked. I like my yams with a little bit of Gloop. Oh, baby, here we go. Fourth quarter's heating up here in the Cyhawk. We're inside the 30. Split back sets. Gloop was just playing with his food here as they give it to Clemens. He falls forward for about 4. Keep in mind the clock, folks. Obviously, we're in 4-down territory, as you can't even rely on the Iowa special teams. So 3rd and 6. Don't count out a counter to that left side. That could be good. Oh, they're bringing a blitz. They pick it up. Floats it. Open man. That's Harrell. The comeback is officially on, folks. 1st and goal here for Gloop. They're inside the 10. They bring a blitz. They pick it up. Gloop tries to escape. He falls forward, and they're giving him a sack. They're going to give Stevie Scumbag a 2nd sack on the day. This scumbag is stacking the stat sheet. So 2nd and goal. The clock is ticking. Yamming that to the outside, but he can't stay in bounds. Willie Anderson finally getting involved. And keep in mind, if Anderson wasn't such an idiot kicking the ball, this would only be a 6 or an 8-point game. So 3rd and goal. Can Iowa punch it in? Gloop finds Willie Anderson. Touchdown, Hawkeyes. He gets his revenge. They're back within a score. Willie Anderson sells the game in the first half with 2 missed kicks, but he comes back with a critical touchdown. We've got an absolute classic on our hands, a potential 21-point fourth quarter comeback. We've never seen a comeback like that. So, sorry, Tribe, your 24-21 pick is over. So, 3.5 minutes left. Iowa, they do decide to kick it deep here. So they got to rely on the defense to stop Kennard Sellers. Oh, my. All right. So Iowa State now, they could end this game here with a couple of first downs. They go, oh, what a cut from Sellers. There he goes. Past 3 defenders. He gets 30. He was pissed about the last play, so that play looked like it would go negative. He turns it into 30. Over 200 yards. Here we go, folks. So, still time for Iowa, but now they've really got to get a stop now. Is another first down? No, they stop them at the inches. But they're not using the timeout. Iowa does not want to give in. They think that they might get a first down here. So interesting move here, but they've got to find a way. Will Gloop get a chance? Handoff, it's a counter. Sellers gets a first. He cuts inside. He wiggles around, and another first down for Sellers. Just looks like the defense is about to fold. It doesn't look like they're going to get another chance here. They've got to rely on the no more first downs. First down ends it to the outside. Sellers finds a room. He cuts inside. Sellers scores. Touchdown, Iowa State. They re-extend the lead to 14. A extremely quick response to pretty much dash any comeback hopes for Iowa. So, I mean, if you're Iowa, you can't be, I mean, the defense just completely sold, but, like, you still have time. But now you got to rely on an onside kick if you get another yam, so definitely not a good strat right there. But you got to commend Jarkus and Iowa for fighting, making this an interesting fourth quarter instead of just, kind of falling over. So 1st and 10, we got about 1:50 left. Does Gloop have some more magic in him? And he is sacked. No, he gets the ball away, so no sack there. Yeah, how about Kennard Sellers, man? 2nd and 10. Handoff to Madsen here. He gets some yardage. Madsen up to 52 on the ground. So 1:30 left. Looking worse and worse by the minute, but they do get a first down. So Kyle Monroe continuing to work. I don't know if we have any more Gloop magic in us. It has to come soon. 1st and 10 for Gloop. He has time. He's yamming it deep. He has one. Oh, and it's picked off. Harrell was trying something special, but it just got taken away. Charisma Mukaida, the transfer from Kansas, spoils the Gloop. So that is definitely going to do it here, as this has been a incredibly exciting Cyhawk game. Logan is going to get his first victory as Iowa State extends the lead 8-3 in this matchup. As we get more sellers, he just continues to run. And this is a performance that we haven't seen in quite a long time. It's rivaling, some greats like Micah Bernard, Binks, McBurnfinger-esque, games that we've seen. I think he's almost to 250 yards on the ground. So we're in victory formation now. Just a couple more snaps. Did anyone have 35-21? It's a pretty common score. And one more handoff to Sellers for good measure. .262, holy shit. 38 carries, 262. Definitely the best game day performance we have seen this year. As they're just going to make us manually watch the clock drain here, and the Cyhawk fans are hitting the stands. And as we hit triple zeros here in week 5, Iowa State wins it 35-21 in the Cyhawk game. They extend their rivalry lead 8-3 over the Hawkeyes, as they had a classic game behind the running back Kennard Sellers, the tight end Kevin Kramer. Both were absolutely electric today. Iowa State bounces back after a tough loss to Alabama, as they are 3-1, looking to repeat as Big 12 North champs. And for Iowa, they're going to be looking to bounce back as they start conference play in kind of a weak Big 10 West. So that will do it here from week 5 from Iowa City. The Hawkeyes can't get it done, as our score is final 35-21 here for the Cyclones. Thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you next week. What a game, what a game, what a game. So that will do it. Yeah, the kicking, I mean, it didn't necessarily prove to be that big of a problem in terms of like the end result. It would have just changed it from that interception being up 2 scores from being up 8, right? But so now we know you can definitely have an athlete, do kicking duties in the sim, and it's probably fine, but definitely can't have them in game kick. that was tough. It definitely wasn't tipped. I just said that because I was like, why the heck is he not kicking it long? Definitely was not tipped. Alright, so let's check out what the heck just happened here. Scoring summary. I mean, we didn't even have a score till the second quarter when Kevin Kramer went absolutely ballistic. Iowa started to crawl back into things, and it looked over here, but then they got 2 quick tutties. But then, obviously, Sellers just completely shut the door. All right, so we got Rayshon Gloop here. 2 and 3. I mean, I will say the 2 deep ball interceptions, I'm not going to blame him. He's just kind of trying to play hero ball. That first one, though, definitely on him to the scumbag one. Running the ball over 100 for Gloop. Madsen only got 52. And for Gerald Harrell, over 100 yards today for him. as Veal. He gave up a sack. And defensively, Derek Jacques leads tackles. Anchorman wasn't as apparent as we would think. Only one sack today for Booth. They really couldn't get much. They did get that interception, though. A couple of deflections here. Missed the easy, I think it was Iowa who dropped the pick. And obviously just kind of, just a tough game for Iowa all around. Iowa State, big time game from Jamar Siggins. I mean, they didn't really ask him to do much. He only threw the ball 19 times, got 4 tutties, 1 pick. And then Sellers, man, player of the game, game day performance of the year, to be frank. 262 on the ground, averaging 6.5 a carry. Carried it 38 times and got a tutty at the end. And some beautiful ways to avoid, like, it's one thing in this game to be a power back and just run over people, and that's what he does. But have those little shifty moves because the game doesn't use spin or juke moves. So being able to use that agility to wiggle around and, having the misdirection is insane. Kevin Kramer just popped off, absolutely. He had a great day. A lot of pancakes. Bernard Lynch was everywhere, the safety, and then Scumbag. It was basically one of those two everywhere. And then these cornerbacks did their job today. You got 2 sacks. Charisma Mukade got a pick. Scumbag got a pick. A lot of money out there on the table today if you're betting on some interceptions from SFA players. Definitely worth putting out some 100 coin same game parlays, but that will do it. Let's check out the kick in here from Iowa. Willie Anderson 0 for 2 on the day. And then let's see his punting. He had 3 punts for 88 yards. He averaged 29.5 a kick. This man could not cook. His longest punt was 30 yards. And then I don't know if we can see kickoffs here. Yes, we can. So his kickoffs, he had 2. It doesn't really tell us how far they went. All right, you guys want to see missed kick highlights? I doubt we're going to be able to see a replay, but let's go to first quarter here. Got to scroll down. That's a punt for 30. Okay, Iowa punts again. Look, this is 15 straight carries for Sellers. And then, okay, it wasn't in the first. It was in the second quarter. 45-yard missed field goal. Can you view the replay? There is no replay for that one. Okay. We'll see if we can find the second one. Another field goal miss. There is no replay available. So, no replays for those two, unfortunately. But yeah, definitely an interesting game. Let's get the players of the game before we get on out of here. Remember, folks, VOD will be available later tonight, and then I will put a full highlight together for tomorrow. So I will make sure to obviously include those missed field goals. So players of the game, you got Rayshon Gloop, kind of battle back. They give it to Sailor, and then Scumbag, and then obviously Kennard Sellers. Insane performance. Now he should be on everyone's radar as a top running back in the country. And I think Iowa State, man, they could be scary. They've got some absolute dogs playing. So that will wrap up the stream, folks. Thank you guys so much for another great week. And I completely biffed on the title here for this stream. I didn't even realize that. That's completely my fault. I didn't put the game day title. But that's all right. Thank you guys all so much for watching, the support, the follows and all that kind of stuff. VODs will be available later tonight. I'm going to work on recruits. Head over to the press conferences if you want to ask, either of these coaches questions, if they're going to take them. And I'll be done with recruits here. If you want more content, I am going to post the Boise State versus Arizona State game right after this on YouTube. It will go live to everyone. And if you want more great running, go watch that game. So thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.